We're not able to hear you. Unmute yourself. You need to unmute yourself, Varadraj.
Right. Yes, ma'am. This year's first mock. This was my first mock of this year.
You did very good, even if this was your first mock, but you never strayed from the points. You have been very
Yes, ma'am.
phenomenal with respect to the ideas that you need to convey, because
Okay.
you were never digressing from the point what you want to answer.
Okay.
There were some issues that we'll discuss eventually with everyone, but what we all after discussion realized that you have very good command over knowledge, and
Okay.
also that your ideas are perfectly right, but they needs
Okay.
to be streamlined in a way,
Okay.
and some things need to be more more I guess more presented in an other way.
Okay. Right.
These are the two things. Otherwise, knowledge wise or content wise, there is no requirement of improvement. But certainly,
Okay.
as all will
Right.
tell, there are some answers that you can do well.
Yes, ma'am. Sure. Thank you.
So, one of some suggestions that I would personally give you, that whenever it is asked about your hobby, something,
Yes, ma'am.
whenever I ask you something about yourself, if I first that something about yourself, prepare some things like 5 things about DAF you want to tell us, or
Okay.
5 things that are not mentioned in your DAF but you want to tell us. We
Yes,
are,
ma'am.
so in that case, you get prepared. You write
Sure.
some things, and that should not always be related to some particular field like education only. It should
Yes, ma'am.
reflect for 2, 3 other different points, so that it reflects.
Okay.
Okay, this man is a person of different personalities, but
Right.
there was no space to mention, or they were not that substantial, so I didn't
Right.
want. So that kind you can prepare so that whenever asked, you can just say that.
Yes, ma'am.
And these are type of things that tell me some 5 points about DAF that are not mentioned, or something related to hobbies asked. Some sparkle in your eyes is important, that you
Yes,
feel
ma'am.
good about okay, now this is my field. Even if you don't feel good about it, just start practicing that you feel good about it.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
think about it, that you are feeling
Yes,
very
ma'am.
nice. Whenever I'm asking about running, this is like, yes, ma'am, running. That kind of expression. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So that it actually looks like a hobby, because many candidates, they write something, and when we ask, they're in the same tone.
Right.
It's like
Right.
it does not reflect thing that it is a thing that elates you or makes you recharged and everything.
Okay, ma'am.
है ना?
Okay.
And then I would say there are questions that first what we asked. I asked about you that you need to what is something that you it is written not yet in the prizes medal section.
Not
So
any I have written.
not any. So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
must have done something, or something you tell. So what my idea is, when I asked it, you must have done something. This is for general questions. You tell that I have participated in this, that, whatever. है ना?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
never said like this that I didn't find it substantial, so I didn't mention. That was not
Okay.
something good. Why to self sabotage your answer? Because you are
Okay,
very
ma'am.
good at everything. So
Okay,
just
ma'am.
very critically highlight, become a salesman. Just
Right, ma'am.
put your best thing forward. Then they say, ki, okay, you did not excel. Then you say,
Right.
ki, ma'am, I tried to. And I
Yes, ma'am.
contributed in different ways that might not have held positions, but I contributed in this way so that I helped the person in holding the position of responsibility.
Yes, ma'am.
Make them feel that you are important, you contributed, you are a silent contributor, you participated, you are a good person, but you are humble enough that you didn't
Yes, ma'am.
write. So that kind of things. And prepare something. My last suggestion would be prepare something that are related to your DAP.
Yes,
As
ma'am.
in HR questions that relates to your DAP, what my suggestion would be, you are very good at it. You just need to streamline your thoughts. So every day, half an hour, go to your terrace or something, walk, and ask recurrently these HR questions.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Why forest service you are trying to opt? Why not for engineering that you would have been able to contribute very well? Or what are 4 things about yourself? What are few qualities that you reflect? Then do not mention those qualities like I'm honest, I'm a person of high integrity. Mention subtle hobbies that are second level hobbies, that I'm
Yes, ma'am.
hardworking. I try to be meticulous. I like to make plan things like these.
Yes, ma'am.
Not very. I'm very trustworthy. Like
Yes,
not
ma'am.
trustworthy. का opposite होगा. I am opposite or the second level will be I'm responsible towards things.
Right.
like these. So you plan according to these. Then regarding some questions that we discussed, regarding eucalyptus, your answer was very good. But what I wanted to add here is also you can always write that it can be planted according to the need of the situation. For example,
Okay.
where there is a huge water logging or there is a possibility that there is no issue of regarding water. So you can plant it there so that a lot of timber demand can be met. But in areas like Western UP or in your Karnataka state, there might be areas that are dry. So
Right.
there it should not be planted because it is a water guzzling crop. So you
Yes.
answered very well, but this is one point that
Okay.
can. Then regarding environment and development, I asked how they are complementary. So this thing you answered very well, how development is complementary to environment. Then
Yes,
how
ma'am.
environment is complementary to development, you answered one part that these are the ecosystem services that
Right, ma'am.
environment provide for development. This is a basic of development. All development starts from reutilizing the things that are in nature. And also, you can mention these points that if we over exploit things beyond the carrying capacity, situations like tsunami or floods or drought happens that ultimately deter the development.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is a very complementary things, and that is what the fine balance that is being tried, and that is a dream.
And
Then one of the answers was two questions I would like to discuss. First is environment service. You read something about it.
Okay, ma'am.
That is one question that they'll ask because that is in discussions in the higher echelons that what
Okay, ma'am.
to do about environment service. A safer answer would be in your understanding. You can always use
Right.
the word in your limited understanding or something. You can always say that in my limited understanding, creating a different service altogether might be very difficult with respect to resource creation, like uh,
Right.
elaborating it will be academy, curriculum, then induction. Though it is a good idea, but it might be a tedious thing. You can always train the other officers in certain domains. Not specifically, I'm saying about forest officers or anything. You can always save. That's a safe game. You can, that in your limited understanding, this is there. You cannot
Yes, ma'am.
always say that forest service should be done that because you are giving the forest service interview only. And you
Right.
cannot always say that it should be lateral entry because then the people who are sitting there, they might feel, कि, "अरे यार, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है." Train us. No, that's the point.
Yes.
You can for lateral entry you can say this word because it's if you say the word lateral entry that then it's also a very big issue that will open up. You can always say
Okay, ma'am.
some experts in the fields
Okay,
like
ma'am.
air related to air pollution they can be also inculcated as a part of policy making or a think tank so that officers are also well aware and they get different ideas like that.
Oh,
So that might be easier. And last question is that civil services attempts wala question.
right.
Very good in that. Do not feel any pressure that just in case this question comes, you'll feel very bad about it and they'll get a bad impression. Believe me, my DAF was similar. So I had the similar DAF and I had all this pressure ki till now I have not given and not qualified anything. What will they ask? But they do not ask this question. 99% is sure that they'll not ask this question. This is one question that they'll ask you just to see your facial expressions. That are you taken aback? Are you underconfident that oh my god shit this question is asked? This is my weakest link. I can feel the pain and I can cry now only. So this is this question. They'll not ask you.
Oh, okay,
Just
ma'am.
if they ask, be very calm and just relax. You can always say ki, why it took so many time. Just be
Yes,
relaxed and
ma'am.
say, ma'am, I started this preparation because they might ask just in case to put you into pressure that you are doing civil services only. Then you came to forest service. And why? You can always play a safe bet that, ma'am, I was aware
Yes, ma'am.
about civil services, so I started with it. Then do not be specific about that. This optional ruined you geography. Someone
Right.
might be keeping geography close to heart.
Right.
You might say कि maybe my optional maybe I would have done better if I would have taken my optional as mechanical engineering because it was my graduation, but I opted for geography. I did not score well that time. And then, ma'am, gradually I came to know about the other services like forest service. So I started preparing for that, and eventually I got an opportunity that I was able to give the interview like
Yes,
this.
ma'am.
And just in case they grill, just say very easy things. Why did it take such a time? I was preparing. And
Okay, ma'am.
this simple. But that
Yes,
is
ma'am. Thank,
from my
So
side.
I think ma'am has
thank you,
given
thank
very
you.
comprehensive feedback, right? So I think that is कुछ और doubt हो तो you can write us at Telegram, right? And I'll share the recording in some
Okay,
time. So and one last
okay.
suggestion I want to add जो miss हो गया कि जैसे कि मैम were talking about कि sometimes वो क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं to just see whether you are taken aback or not, right? जैसे कि ऋषभ सर ने पूछा who is the vice president of India, right? तो वो एकदम से
Yes, sir.
टोन चेंज हो गया था, तो अगले बार रिस्पॉन्ड बेटर, राइट? यूज श्री
Okay.
ऑनरेबल जो भी होता है ना वो
Right, right.
लगाना, राइट? तो जस्ट रिस्पॉन्ड दैट बेटर, वरना इट्स ऑल गुड, right? All the very best. So we can end the work
Thank you,
here,
ma'am.
right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.